Welcome back to Class Firearms, guys. Kaya over here. I don't know if you've heard, but Glock is now modular. Well, let's talk about this a little bit because there's a caveat to it. Now, everybody knows about the 6 hours fire control module, right? Or the Springfield echelons that just came out with. You just remove the fire control module. You can buy those different frames from different manufacturers and drop your serialized portion, which is the fire control module, and now you got yourself a brand new gun or different looking gun. Now, Glock kind of tried to do that, but let's just call it semi-modular, and that is the Glock 47 and Glock 49. Let me talk about these guns, and then we'll go over what you can do with them. Now, Glock 47 was originally made for the CBP, Customs and Border Protection Agency, and that was done in 2019. It was delivered to them because they wanted to kind of change their guns around without actually buying a brand new gun. In 2023, January of 2023, Glock made the Glock 47 available for the civilian market. And then, November of 2023, Glock 49 came out for the civilian market. Now, you guys may ask, like, why Glock 47, why Glock 49? If you look at it, Glock 47 looks just like a Glock 17. And then Glock 49 looks a little bit different, more like, I don't know, Glock 19L, because it has a Glock 19 frame, but it has a Glock 17-like slide, but a Glock 19 recoil spring. And the Glock 47 has a Glock 17-like long slide, Glock 17-like frame on the grip area, but it's shortened right up here on the Picatinny area. It's like Glock 19, precisely, and there's a reason for that. This too also has a Glock 19 recoil spring. Now let me show you guys the recoil spring size differences so you guys will understand. This one is Glock 17, and this is Glock 19. So significant size difference, and that'll come into play to make these guns kind of modular. If you look at it, if you had a Glock 17 recoil spring here, this would be protruding, like let me show this side right here, in this area. So you couldn't really swap a Glock 17 slide into a Glock 19 frame because this would be exposed, it wouldn't work. So that's why they had to actually use a Glock 19 recoil spring and longer slide that's kind of modified in this nose area, let's just say. Now, that is about it, and that kind of gives you some modularity. Now, in this case, I've got 6 pistols here, Glock 43, Glock 48, then we got the Glock 19, Glock 47, and we have a Glock 45 and Glock 49. 6 guns, and we can actually turn these 6 guns into 12 guns. That's it. It's pretty cool if you really look at it. Let me start with the Glock 43 and the 48 lineup. Now the Glock 48, this has got the Glock 43X frame, which is right here. This is the 43X, so 43 slide, 43X frame. It's kind of a little bit longer, and so you can actually get a better purchase on it because Glock 43 is really tiny. You can't really grab it right there, right? So that's 43X. Now, Glock 48 has a 43X frame, but a lot longer slide. For those folks who like the longer sight radius and longer barrel, they just like it overall because it'll give you a little bit better recoil management and also accuracy. So there's 48, and you got 43. This is obviously a tiny little gun, a lot more concealable, but it doesn't have those positives or pros of the 48. If you remove the slide of the 48, it'll be a direct fit to a 43. Now, it'll look kind of weird, and I can't really go ahead and mix match them for you right now because YouTube guidelines, guys, they don't like that, so we don't want to mess with that. We'll just kind of put them on the screen for you guys to see. So 48 slide on a 43, so it's going to basically have this tiny little grip and long barrel. That's it. Some folks actually, if you got a little hand, but you really want to take advantage of the longer sight radius, longer barrel, better recoil management, a little bit more accuracy.
Less printing?
Less printing, exactly. It'll be a fantastic option for you. If you have the 43 and 48, you can kind of mix match like that. But at the same time, here's what you can do. You can actually put a 43 slide onto a 48 frame, which is the same exact frame as a 43X, so you got yourself a 43X. There you go. That is 4 guns for you. Let's move on to the Glock 47, the OG modular Glock. Now, here's what you can do. If you got a Glock 19 at home and a Glock 47, you can mix match these things to come up with a 4 different combination, including the original configurations. So if you put the Glock 19 slide onto your Glock 47 frame, you will have a Glock 45, which is just like that. See that? Glock 19 size frame, slide, and you got this Glock 17, or in this case 47 frame. That's exactly what it's going to look like. That's going to be one gun for you. So, and then if you actually put the Glock 47 slide onto your Glock 19 frame, then you're going to have something like this. It's going to look like Glock 19L or Glock 49. Confused yet? Well, bear with me. And the Glock 49, which is essentially a Glock 19L, and if you have a Glock 45 at home, guess what, guys? You can essentially do the same things that you can with the Glock 47 and the Glock 19, which I explained earlier. So with that being said, I'm going to move on to this.
Have you seen our new Gen 6 classic firearm shirts?
What? They're really out?
Yeah, it's so much better than the Gen 5 you're wearing right now. Like, we should show. We should
totally.
Check it out. Yeah.
Oh my god. Guys, holy crap, this is really cool. And guess what? It's slightly tighter too. I love this thing. How about this? We have a cut. I'll wear this thing. I'll be right back.
Hey guys, we're going to take a moment to interrupt this content to bring you a word from the sponsor of this video, Sonoran Desert Institute. Now, of everyone at Classic, I've probably built the most guns myself, and I know a lot of you guys out there like to work on and repair your guns at home as well. If you're looking for a way to take that hobby to the next level, Sonoran Desert Institute could help. The online courses at SDI cover a broad range of topics, including armor certification, gunsmithing, ballistics, woodworking and gun finishes, sports shooting management, and more. They even send tools and materials directly to your home so you can get hands-on training while you're covering this coursework. So if you're looking for a way to get an education that you could actually apply to your job or start a new career, definitely contact SDI at 480-999-4767 or visit sdi.edu.
Man, this thing looks really good. Love it. Looks a lot better too, man. Love this thing. I can't wait till Gen 7. All right, let's just move into this other gun right here. It's called the Glock 19X. Obviously, this is FDE. This is the basically Glock's trial gun for the Army's contract gun. Well, guess what? They didn't make it, but this is essentially a Glock 45. Check it out, guys. Just not MOS. That's it. Just a couple of differences. You know, you got this little lip up here, extended mag, kind of easier reload, and little retention cord opening right here. That's essentially it. And I want to talk about this last part, and then I want to go to the range and shoot these things. So, all right, and now let me move on to these other guns, because I don't think you're confused enough yet. And it's going to be all about Glock 17 recoil springs, because so far what we talked about has been about Glock 19 recoil springs, except these two guys, these are different, single stack carry guns. But let me confuse you some more. All right, we've got the OG Glock 17, 1982, Gaston Glock, Austrian military, 25,000 delivered, and rest is history. Amazing, amazing weapon. Well, this is a Glock 34. So consider it a significant size difference. But if you look at it, the slide is going to be longer, the barrel is going to be longer, but this space right here, because the frame is essentially exactly the same as Glock 17 frame. So this is just a little dead space right here. So the recoil spring is going to be Glock 17 recoil spring. So if you actually own a Glock 17 and you want to go out there and just buy yourself a Glock 34 barrel and complete slide, guess what? You can have yourself a Glock 34. And now this other guy, kind of goofy looking thing, Glock 17L. This thing is essentially, I mean, again, this is a Glock 17, guys, right here. Okay, the L part is the slide and the barrel only, not the recoil spring. Recoil spring is going to be the same. This part right here is just a little dead space. I don't want to point this gun at you guys to the camera out of principle, but this is dead space. The recoil spring is going to be exactly the same. So if you want yourself this little bad boy, this goofy looking thing, guess what? You can buy yourself a slide, Glock 17L slide and the barrel, and throw that on top of your Glock 17. You got yourself that gun. That is about it. And now I want to go to the range and actually shoot all of these configurations one by one to show you guys, see how they kind of look. That's it. So with that being said, let's get to the range. All right, guys, here it is, 43L. Nobody makes this. Glock doesn't make it. I bet you haven't seen this too. 43 body and 48 slide. Looks pretty good. And let's see how it shoots. All right. Oh, accurate too, man. Okay, that sight radius actually does help. It's pretty accurate with it. So here it is again, it's 43 body, flush, just like that. And let me put this other mag. And just to let you guys know, 43 mag will only work on a 43 frame. So I know this is a 48, but 48 magazines are a little bit thicker, just like that. Actually, let me show you. It is this 43, this is 43X or 48 magazine. Slightly thicker, so your magazine's not gonna work. But the gun itself, the slide, everything works flawlessly, as you guys just saw. Let me try the 43X. And we got the 43 slide right here. And this is a 48 frame. So use a little 48 magazine. So essentially this is a 43X, right? But that's not the point. Let's shoot this thing. Feels pretty good. And Glock 45 slide and Glock 49 frame, which is like Glock 19. So this is essentially a Glock 19. So, but yet it's Glock 45 and 49 mix. All right. A little, I don't know. That was actually a weak round. All right, so that's it. And now I'm gonna go ahead and hand this over. And we've got the Glock 49, as you can read right there. As we know, Glock 49 has a Glock 19 slide, which is on that 45. Now this is essentially a Glock 17, pretty much. And let's put that mag in. There it is. They work flawlessly. Let's move on to the next one. Looks like, Jason, what are you doing here, man?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just came to enjoy some of the Glock modularity.
Do you know what we're doing here?
Yeah.
The whole modular stuff?
Yeah, the modular, Glock slides, frames, mixing it up, turning 17s into 19s, 43 Ls.
Yeah, all the cool stuff. Like, look at this. This is a Glock 49, which is supposed to have a Glock 19 frame, but this looks like Glock 17 to me, right?
I think we got two more though.
Exactly. So what do you got?
I'm gonna grab them.
All right, let's do it.
Here we go. Glock 47 slide, Glock 19 frame. Looks like a, you know, bigger kind of broad, but 15 rounds.
Yep.
No difference.
Works great, right? And here we got the Glock 19 slide, but this is a Glock 47 frame. So essentially, this is like a Glock 19X or Glock 45.
The 19X in.
Exactly.
Noir.
Get to it.
The 43, it'll be to the Glock 19X MOS. If you really think about it.
Or 45.
Or 40, you know, they might, no, I can't do 46 because that's actually something.
Yeah, that's something else.
So,
I mean, that's it, guys. So, I mean, you guys get the idea. I know you're confused. Trust me, when I was doing this, as much as I know a lot about Glocks, I was confused. But we really wanted to show you guys some of these things, especially like Glock 48 slide on a Glock 43. I've never seen that before. Yeah. Let us know in the comment section if you guys have seen this. But overall, Glocks are semi-modular. They're not like your 6 hour. They don't have that 6 hour modularity. But you know, if you get a couple of Glocks, you can turn that into like 4 different Glocks. You guys get the idea.
Hefty investment.
Yeah, I mean,
hefty investment.
You can't just get one gun and then get pieces. Glocks, like, you gotta get at least a couple. Yep. What do you think? Did you know some of this stuff?
I didn't know some of this stuff, but yeah, just saying that, you mentioned something right there. You could just buy 2 frames.
That's right. Well, you know, these are serialized.
You could buy 2 frames.
That's what I'm saying. You get 2 and then you kind of work things, change things around. that's it. So guys, I hope you enjoy this. Again, if you're confused, which is completely okay, there's a lot of stuff going on, kind of rewatch this video a couple times over. Maybe it'll take you 2-3 times to